When you think Amazon, you think of e-commerce, logistics, and deliveries, and maybe Alexa. They are some of Amazon's most notable services and products, yet Amazon's most profitable venture remains Amazon Web Services, also known as AWS, which is responsible for 60% of all of Amazon's profits every year. And by 60%, we are talking about enormous profits in the region of $50 billion. Hidden in the background, unless you are familiar with Amazon as a company, AWS services reputable companies including Netflix, Disney, General Electric, Tinder, and even the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States of America, CIA. AWS remains an integral part of the Amazon juggernaut, and since 2003, when it was established, Jeff Bezos has committed enormous resources to build data centers into what they are today. What started in Jeff Bezos' lake house in 2003, following the dot-com boom, has been transformed into a money-spinning enterprise by some of the most brilliant tech minds in Bezos' employ, after they initially struggled to get off the mark. Today, AWS delivers lightning-fast and scalable server infrastructure for some of the most reputable companies worldwide, and it is showing no signs of slowing down. As a tech startup, and even for established companies dealing with big data, the lure of the services that AWS offers is difficult to resist. With AWS, companies no longer have to spend millions of dollars buying high-tech data servers, while maintaining them through the expertise of highly skilled engineers and programmers. Instead, AWS takes care of all that by employing cloud computing technology to manage all your data gear while keeping your data completely secure. At AWS, nothing is more important than security. In a world where data breaches can be costly and have the potential to derail entire companies, Amazon has no margin for error when it comes to security, and this is apparent when you visit any Amazon data center worldwide. To maintain top security, Amazon relies on the secrecy of its proprietary hardware and software infrastructure. For starters, it is incredibly difficult to gain access to any of the data centers which house Amazon's top secret algorithms. Not even Amazon's clients have free access to Amazon's data centers. Also, members of the public have next to no chance of walking into an Amazon data center unchecked. In fact, the addresses of the several Amazon data centers are largely kept hidden from public consumption. However, a few locations, like the data center in Loudoun Country, North Virginia, is well known. In North Virginia alone, Amazon boasts of 50 individual data centers with a combined factory space of 7 million square feet. Yet as massive as that sounds, Amazon has revealed plans to expand its infrastructure in North Virginia. To make this possible, the company has secured a $73 million deal purchase to a new 100-acre site near Duluth International Airport. However, knowing the location of Amazon data center is one thing, but getting into the facility is an entirely different ballgame. The data centers are protected like they are federal prisons, equipped with high fences, a generous number of security guards, and a plethora of intrusion detection systems, including state-of-the-art security cameras. Access into a data center is highly restrictive and can only be granted on express permission. Even at that, it is normal for approved visitors to encounter at least two-factor authorization security checks with the facility. In addition to this, all visitors are accompanied by authorized AWS staff throughout their stay in the data center. In line with Amazon's emphasis on security in their data centers, these facilities are constructed in 3 security layers. The outer layer is called the perimeter layer, which is the first point of contact when you get into the facility. Once you pass through the perimeter area, you enter the infrastructure layer. In this area, very vital operation systems are kept here, and this includes the air conditioning system, which is yet most important to the entire facility, the fire suppression system, and the backup power systems. As you would expect for a company that deals with sensitive data storage, AWS centers cannot simply afford to experience power failure under any circumstances. As a result, telecom systems, water and power systems within the data centers are backed up with alternative systems on standby. In the event of a fire outbreak, a special fire suppression system kicks into gear, sprinkling water and gaseous subsets to kill off the flames. Beyond the infrastructure layer is the data layer, the holy grail of the data center. This is where the actual data storage gear is kept, and as such, security in this region is at its highest. For starters, visitors who manage to get clearance into this area are thoroughly reviewed before going in and before they leave. Within the data layer, there is an array of security features, including motion sensors and security cameras that pick up the slightest suspicion of unusual activity. Every access point in this area of this facility is equipped with cutting-edge, multi-factor control devices. Whenever a security breach is suspected, the relevant services automatically shut down until they are rebooted following a careful inspection by the technicians in the facility. Periodically, the security systems within the data layer are meticulously audited by an external security team that employs 2,600-point checklists to execute a thorough audit of the facility. In addition to this, the audit team reserves the right to invite any AWS staff for a special interview to discuss security-related topics in line with their duties and responsibilities within the facility. Let's talk about the data storage of a data center. On one standard AWS storage rack, which contains an average of 1,100 disks, an incredible 11 petabytes of data can be stored. To put that in perspective, that's equal to 1 million gigabytes of data. One AWS data center can hold up to 50 to 80,000 servers. Together, they would consume about 25 to 30 megawatts of power. And although it has been said that Amazon could easily double their server capacity in the data centers, the company has opted against the expansion, explaining that based on cost and value calculations, the current benchmark of that number of servers within a single data center serves the company better in the long run. Furthermore, Amazon is also concerned about the risk of failure within a data center and overbearing impact it would have on their operations if the number of servers in a single center was doubled. With an estimated 80,000 servers in a single data center, a total of 102 terabytes of data can be held per second. Yet sources say the actual bandwidth in the data centers could be higher than this. AWS routers within the data centers use custom application-specific integrated circuits, or ASIC for short, which support up to 128 ports and use 25 gigabit Ethernet connectivity. This is different from the 10 or 40 gigabit Ethernet connectivity that is typically used within the industry. Speaking on this departure from the norm, AWS Vice President James Hamilton explained that using the combined effect of two 25 gigabit Ethernet circuits for a combined 50 GBE was cheaper than using four 10 gigabit Ethernet circuits to give a combined 40 GBE. And this is the reason for Amazon's insistence on the ASIC circuits. Amazon has also gone on to perfect their server technology over the years. Thanks to their ingenious server design, the company has full disclosure on who uses their hardware and what they do with it, a condition that is pivotal to the success of AWS in the industry. Initially, AWS purchased their servers from traditional suppliers, but true to form, Amazon decided to start manufacturing their own single-depth servers. This meant they could develop personalized and more efficient servers for the company. In particular, the Amazon-made servers were optimized for airflow within the AWS buildings. Amazon did not stop at building their own servers, though. They also introduced their custom-made chipsets called Graviation. This becomes possible after Amazon purchased the Israeli chipset company, Annapurna. The new Graviation chipsets meant that Amazon's partnership with Intel for their x86 chips was over. According to Amazon, the Graviation chipsets deliver 40% better price performance than Intel's chipsets. Considering the huge number of servers in a data center and the enormous heat that they produce, one critical aspect that Amazon always has to work on in their data centers is cooling. At Amazon's data center in Loudoun County, Virginia, the facility optimizes the use of reclaimed water to furnish its cooling systems. This helps to reduce its environmental impact on the activities within the center, while ensuring that the community is left with ample drinking water. In some other data centers, the construction of water treatment system allows the facility to source for and treat the water it uses for its cooling systems. This is just one of many other self-sufficient systems that many AWS data plants adopt to reduce environmental impact on their immediate community. For instance, because data servers consume lots of power, many AWS data centers build their own electric substations to ease the burden on traditional electric companies to provide the necessary infrastructure that the data centers require to be powered. All AWS data centers are run by a host of technicians who work tenaciously to ensure that all data centers are running effectively and efficiently. For them, the job description involves upgrading and troubleshooting various equipment within the facility. This can only be done by highly trained engineers who are provided with well-detailed playbooks that cover every possible eventuality that could be encountered when dealing with the equipment within the facility. As daunting as that task may seem, These technicians are trained to work quickly and efficiently to ensure the facility is working at full capacity. Working in an AWS data center, though financially rewarding, may not be palatable for everyone. No thanks to the constant loud humming sounds of thousands of servers and the cold air-conditioned rooms within the facility. So would you like to visit an AWS data center soon? Or would you be open to working in one? Tell us what you think in the comment section. And of course, if you haven't already done so, kindly like this video, subscribe to Top Quick Feek, and hit that notification icon so you never miss any videos. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you in the next video.